Hey y'all, welcome back to Faith Budgets. On this channel, I'll be posting videos about how we use a zero-based budget, sinking funds, cash stuffing, and savings challenges to pay off debt and save at the same time. If that's content that you're interested in, then please keep watching and definitely hit the subscribe button and join us on this journey to financial freedom. Hey guys, so I'm a little bit late, but today we're going to do the monthly budget overview for the month of July. I think this will be posting on actually 4th of July, so happy 4th of July, everyone. I'm a little late on it, getting it posted. I did have it all filled out, but I just didn't have time to hop on and film, so I've already filled in everything because I had to get my budget going, but I still wanted to put the video on here so I can have that on here to show you guys how I do my monthly setup. If you're new, my name's Holly. My husband and I are on a journey to find the balance between paying off debt and saving for future purchases, and also just for the monthly and quarterly things that come up throughout the year and in the years to come also, like with our sinking funds. So it's been a challenge to kind of find the balance between the two to be able to pay the debt, not just focus on the debt alone, but also to be able to save for those things that are coming up in the future too, and try to do both while we're working through. This is the calendar for July. I use the Budget Moms highlighter method. So this is I have her printable workbook, and I print the sheets off that I use from hers. I don't use everything of her workbook, but I do. That's where I get most of the resources or like the inspiration for mine. I created my own monthly budget and my own paycheck budget, but it's very, very similar to the Budget Moms. I just added a few more lines for the sinking funds, and also did like a final total down here. I didn't do like a savings box. All that's considered savings will be in my sinking funds. So I just kind of done a little bit different than the Budget Mom, but it's laid out the same way. You have your income, your fixed expenses, variable expenses, and then sinking funds or savings here, and then the final totals here. So, and the paycheck worksheet is the same way. You wouldn't put all your incomes there or all your bills. You would just do what was coming out of that paycheck. So I do a zero-based budget where I have every dollar is accounted for throughout the whole month, and then each paycheck, I break it down. I get paid bi-weekly, and my husband gets paid bi-weekly, but we're on opposite payrolls, so I get paid every other Thursday of 1 week, and then the next week, my husband gets paid on Friday, every other Friday. So it works out pretty good that we get paid weekly. It is a little bit easier to budget that way for me personally. That helps me to stay on track and do weekly check-ins more often, because whenever we were bi-weekly and on the same payroll, it was just a little bit harder, I guess, to keep up with everything over a 2-week period. It seems like I didn't check in as much. With getting paid weekly, I do check in more often, so, and keep a check on everything that's coming in and out and all that good stuff. So I work full-time. I get 40 hours right now. I'm getting some overtime. I'm a medical coder. I've been coding for 20 plus years for the hospital setting, and I work from home, so that does help with saving a lot of money. I've been working from home probably, I was pregnant with my second son, and he just turned 18, so if that tells you, oh gosh, I've been home for 18 years working. Wow. I just cannot believe it. Does not seem like it. Anyway, and I have a 21-year-old son too. He's in college, finishing up. He's got 1 more year to complete he had just graduated with his bachelor's, and then he's in an accelerated program to be able to get his master's in a 1-year time frame. So he will be doing that this year, starting in August, and finish up and get his master's. So, and then my youngest one just graduated high school. So, and I have a stepdaughter. She'll be graduating this year from high school. So lots of teen activities and young adult things going on. So we're trying to help them out as much as we can still with our budget. Some of the things that we do help them out with. So, and then my husband, he works full-time too, so he's getting a little bit of overtime. He works in utility services, so he's out in the heat a lot, but I think this time of year he probably gets a little bit more overtime than in the wintertime. So we're taking advantage of all the overtime that we can. And I am trying to save up for a down payment on an SUV because I am getting another one. Mine is 2008 and it has roughly, I think it's over 220,000 miles over, what's on it right now. So, and it's, 221, I believe is what it was. So definitely in need of another SUV. We hadn't had a car payment in years, so we have a Honda side-by-side that we're still paying off, but I think we'll be able to get that paid off with the money that we have and what we sell my old SUV for. And maybe, then still also have some for a down payment for a newer SUV. So I'm hoping we still just have one debt, but we're just kind of shifting around and making it an SUV. So hope that makes sense. So let's just get started here in the monthly budget overview for July. We'll have 4 incomes this month. The first one will be me. I get paid on the 4th, which is actually today, the 4th of July. And my husband's on the 12th, and then me again on the 18th, and then him on the 26th. So this is just our estimated, let me zoom you guys in a little bit. Ooh, there we go. So this is just our estimated, like our lowest that we would possibly make. So hopefully this will be more with overtime. So, but I don't want to overdo it. I've done that a couple times and try to guess like, oh, well, I know I'll get 8 hours overtime this payroll, but I try not to do that because I don't want to plan for stuff and then maybe the overtime wasn't there or something. So you always want to budget on the lowest that you're expected to get. So we should have a little more, but we're just going to do on the lowest here, and then I can always add more over here. So all of our bills are paid for sure, but the amounts of the sinking funds will change depending on the overtime. So the total income is $8,520. And then we have all of our bills listed here, fixed expenses. We have mortgage, $1,649. The Honda, this is the Honda side-by-side ATV vehicle that we have to get that paid off. Then we'll have this will be changed and be SUV probably. So $400 there. And then this is Naturello. This is our, I was doing Plexus supplements and vitamins for the family, but now I'm doing Naturello for multivitamins, collagen, greens, different things that I use to help with, I don't have a gallbladder anymore. I had thyroid cancer. I have rheumatoid arthritis, and I'm 46 years old, so I do have a need for supplements. Maybe a little bit of a junkie, but I mean, I like the supplements. I've learned that with the lack of my thyroid, I have to supplement some things, and also just with my age and going through menopause and things like that. So I want to try to take care of our body if we can. The older you get, the more expensive it gets, because you have to supplement the things that your body does not produce anymore. So, and then we have State Farm, and boy, do I have some stories with State Farm now. We have 2 with State Farm. Where's the other one? Here's the other one. $695 and $256. I have 2 different ones because this is for my oldest son. He's in college. We're paying it for 1 more year until he gets out. And then this is for everyone else. This is for all the other ones. 5 other vehicles there. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 5 there. So we're looking for another insurance provider because we had some issues with them. My son had hit a dog and then he hit a deer. I mean, he's fine. Everything's good, but it was an older truck, a little S10 that he had fixed up, and they came and got it to take it to the salvage yard or somewhere for the insurance adjuster to come and, assess the damages to see if it was a total loss, what the damages are, what they're willing to pay, all that kind of stuff. So I said, okay, well, whatever you need to do, told them that we do want it back, even if it is a total loss. I mean, they say when they have an older vehicle that sometimes it's better just to do a total loss. But anyway, so we send it with them. They come back and say that they do deem it a total loss. So we were able to buy it back, but we had to go get it where it was at the salvage yard or whatever, and it had been damaged. They busted the tail lights, they scuffed up the bumper, and mind you, this was freshly new painted truck. My son had worked on it for over a year to restore it and put, brand new custom tail lights, brand new paint job, which the front end was what was damaged from the deer, and maybe the fender, and then they actually tried to open the driver door like idiots. It would not open because it was jammed up. Anyway, I don't want to get mad about this. Long story short, they said it was not their responsibility. State Farm did. So we had to try to contact the place where it was at, and of course they say they're not responsible for any lost or damaged goods, damaged property, and all of this. So around the world and back again, here we are, so now we're looking for another insurance provider. We've kind of had enough with State Farm, and we've been kind of wanting to look to see if we could get some lower premiums anyway. So I don't know, what do you guys use? Do you use State Farm? We're in Tennessee, so the two main ones here are State Farm and Farm Bureau. We've just heard a lot of other negative things about Farm Bureau as far as like lawsuits and things. We have some people that work in that field with the lawsuits that are against Farm Bureau in our area, so we're kind of not leaning towards them either, but we would like someone local or like a good hometown company or hometown group that can work with us. Or I don't know, what do you guys use? Or if you're from Tennessee area or from around here, if there's other ones that you might use. That I know there's like Progressive, there's Erie, there's Allstate. I don't know, several other ones that we're trying to look into, and some other local ones here too. So that's going to be a job after the 4th. I've got that on my calendar to call and get some quotes for all of our insurance. And this would include, 6 vehicles and our home. We have our home, it's in with our mortgage. We pay it through our escrow, but also our homeowner's insurance is included in this. So we pay over, I think it's over $13,000 a year that we pay in insurance. So hopefully we can find us a good company that will do us good. So, and treat us right. Anyway, so I've rambled on about that. Sorry, guys. State Farm, $256 for that one. Then we have internet, $24, water, $60, one portion of child support, $217. We split that. And then electric, $260, life insurance, $27. And all these are just rounded numbers, rounded up. They might be a little bit more. They might be just a little bit less usually. Sometimes they might be a little more, but not a whole lot. That's why I put this cushion in here. Then we have Verizon, $228. We have a couple phones on there. 3 phones, and then we're paying for, payments on two of them actually. Mine and my son, my oldest son. We got us it's been over a year now, so we're almost through paying those. But anyway, Apple Music, $19. State Farm, this one is the big $6.95 on that one. Netflix, $26. Other child support, $217. And then here's the cushion. I do $100, so I do $25 per paycheck to allow for any extras that might, it might be over or something. Bible study is $20 a month. And then Walmart and gas, I put this in fixed expenses because it comes out of our debit card or credit card. It's not cash. We use cash on the variable expenses. So I don't pull that cash out. I leave it in the account and use it that way. So I've put it in fixed expenses, and it usually stays about the same because I do my Walmart order online, so I know kind of what I'm spending, and I don't go over. If I need to wait, I'll get something the next week and try to just even it out. And then gas is $800 a month. Yet again, why I need another vehicle. It drinks the gas. My husband's older truck drinks gas, and he does have a daily commuter car that he drives to work, but when we live, far away, so from everything. So travel to anywhere is going to cost us, money. And then we pay for my stepdaughter's gas, and then our tractor and our lawnmower both take gas. So yeah, gas bill is huge. So I'm hoping when I get a newer SUV that maybe this will drop and maybe help with the gas bill. So our total for bills is $6,158. And then, so we subtract that from the $8,520, and that leaves us with $2,382 to work with for our variable expenses. And variable expenses are the ones I keep in my wallet, my cash envelopes, food, church, me, hubby, self-care, fun, miscellaneous, dogs, and meds. So that all totals $1,620 for the month. This is for the month. So each week would be, I put it in there weekly, each time we get paid. But this is for the monthly, so that leaves us with $762 to work with for our sinking funds or savings. So I was able to pick the ones that, like the high priority that I always need to fund. Emergency, all these that I need to fund. Sam's 100. Emergency 20, membership 60, car tag 60, land tax 60, UT season tickets 140, land tax 20, birthdays and gifts 20, home maintenance 20, landscaping 40, vacation 100, Christmas 80, and mini Mondays 40. And all the mini Monday money will go towards the SUV. But I do still have a line item here for this. That way, in case, whenever we get our checks in and we know what the overtime is, the extra will hopefully go here and here. That's the two, travel and SUV are the ones that I need to fill the next few months. If we can, any extra will go towards those. And also vacation. That's why I put the 100 there for vacation. But because my vacation is August the 7th is coming up. So I had the money already paid, for the room and everything. I'm just saving some extra cash to take with us. So that is paid for. So that that totals up for the sinking funds of $760. That should leave us with $2. So down here at the bottom, this is where I like to do a final total to make sure that I have a zero-based budget. So let's do our income was $8,520. I feel like I'm out of breath. Take a deep breath. And then our expenses will be both of these together. Will be our variable and our fixed. So let's add them up. 7,778. And then our sinking funds and our savings will be $760. So let's see if this totals up correctly. Okay, I think I did that wrong. It's a 38 maybe. That's supposed to be a 38, sorry. So income minus expenses, 8520 minus 7758 minus 760 for the savings, $2. Okay, so that leaves it in debt. Oh, yeah, we are paying some debt. Let's write that on there because I do look back at this. I'll get this right in a minute, y'all. So our debt was going to be $400 because we're paying this Honda. And that's the only debt that I'm tracking. I know mortgage is considered a debt, but we're just tracking the consumer debt. So $400 for the debt will be this month. So we'll take that out of this, $61.38 minus $400. Okay, so $5,738 plus $1,620. So actually our expenses minus the debt would be $7,358. Okay. Now let's try again. So total income, $8,520 minus expenses, $73.58 minus savings sinking fund, $760 minus our debt, $400. Okay, that leaves us with $2. So that's perfect. That means that's a zero-based budget. So we have $2 left. So I'll just leave that in the checking account. That's fine. That'll go in there with our buffer or our cushion. So we have that done now. So then what I do after that is I do my monthly funding plan. This is for the sinking funds. This is from the Simple Budget beta. So what I do is I see how much is left from each pay period, from each paycheck, after the bills and the variable expenses are paid. I see how much is left. And this is the total that's left from each paycheck after the bills have been paid from it. So I just go through and I pick what I want to pay with each paycheck. And I just do this on the left-hand side. And then that way, whenever when my paycheck comes in and I know exactly how much it is, if we have any overage, any overtime, and I can change these numbers, and I write it in blue ink here. And I go down through there and I add any extras that I want to add to the sinking funds. So that just kind of helps give me a base pay and a budget for the paycheck. And I think that's it, you guys. All right, so that's the monthly funding plan. That's the calendar. There's the monthly budget. So we have that all worked out. Now I will get ready to do the budget by paycheck for this first week in July. I have it all color-coded here, so we will talk about that in the next video. I hope you guys have a great 4th of July. Get out and celebrate with your family and stay cool if you're out in this heat. I know it's going to be hot. We're going to go enjoy some fireworks tonight. So happy 4th of July, and God bless everyone. Thank you.